Good day, your highnesses. Today we're doing a madcap experiment with trying to make some Canna Sugar based off a recipe that I saw online and a little bit of, messing around, seeing what's out there. I'm looking to make some chocolate chip Canna cookies using some canned flour that I've made in a previous video before this. And with this one specifically, I want to combine it all together to make some really super potent cookies. So I have absolutely no idea what the milligram dosage is, but we have our tincture here. Now this is actually donated to us by a very awesome friend who actually made this. I did not make the tincture. I do not know how to make the tincture, nor do I really care how to make the alcohol grain tincture. I am sure that there is an easy process. I'm more about the edibles. So because this was gifted to me, I am going to try this. So I'm just going to show, actually do the milliliter side instead of the cups. Only because there's much less liquid than what I have for using towards this. They do recommend about a cup of grain alcohol to about 3 cups of white refined sugar. Now you can do brown sugar with the molasses, you just have to let it sit longer. Apparently, you don't want to expose this to heat. It is alcohol, simple as that. So we have about 50 milliliters, so that's just under about a 1/4 cup as it is. We don't have very much tincture. This is going to be a very strong sugar, but it's still going to be an awesome sugar. We have our measuring cup here. We're going to take our sugar. And I realize this is a cup. I want just a little over a 1/2 cup of sugar. Based on when it's drying out, you're probably gonna lose some of that sugar, I would imagine. So I'm gonna do about just under 3/4 cup of sugar, if you can see that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sprinkle this out. Now, I've chosen smaller than a 9x13 pan. Actually, keep. I'm gonna give you any measuring tape. So this is actually a 7x11. If you're doing the 3 cups of sugar to the 1 cup of grain alcohol, you want to make sure that you're actually using the 9x13 as recommended online with other recipes. And what I'm going to do is just dump this right on top. Make sure you keep a silicone spatula handy. That's your best bet. And as it was recommended, glass is the best way to do this because it's messy. It is a very messy system. Just pick some of that extra. The sugar there. And you just want to mix it around so it's nice and well mixtured. Now, as recommended online, they say to use a cheesecloth. That's one of the ways that you can. I don't have a cheesecloth on hand, and I'm not running it to the store right this precise minute to go grab a cheesecloth. So what I've done is I've actually pulled out a clean, fresh towel that hasn't been used for very much else. It's actually a newer towel to our collection. I'm just going to spread that out so you can see how it's turning that nice light green mixture, which is what it should be. Now apparently online it should be anywhere from light yellow to approximately even a dark green, depending on how much tincture, how much alcohol, what kind of marijuana. If you're using leaf and shake for your tincture, you're obviously going to get a less potent sugar versus if you're using a whole flower cannabis. If you're using a higher amount of trim and shake, then you can potentially get a higher potency, but bud is best. Simple as that. People can argue with me on this. It's your choice. I don't care. You want to use shake, you do what you do. I prefer to use whole bud, and I think that's what my buddy used. Possibly. I don't know. So once again, I have no idea what the milligram dosage is on this, so this is just basically mad scientist sugar. Yes, I'm crazy. We're all crazy. It's about finding the people that we're actually crazy with and meld with. That's the point of life, isn't it? All right, so I'm going to take my cloth here. I'm going to simply cover it here. And I have actually a cupboard already preset for this. Just to show you guys. So it's now preset. The cloth is over top and not touching the sugar. And we're going to come back about 4 to 5 times per day, and we're going to stir this until it's dry. All right. So we are at our first about hour and 45 minutes of it sitting. Take this off. Take your spatula. And just nicely stir it around. So this is stir 1. I'm going to do lots of little stirs, but I'm not going to do as much conversation for the next few pieces as it is. So just showing you, you want to stir it and sift it back out, cover it back up, and put it back in. Round 1. This is stir number 2. As you can see, this is actually drying quite nicely. So we just spread this back out. And waiting for stir number 3. Now it's starting to harden up a bit on the bottom. So now it's actually starting to solidify. This is our 3rd run. Alright, and we have the next stir. Oh yeah, so this is getting nice and dry, as you see. Super crystallized. I'd hope to get back to this a little quicker, so I'm going to spend some time just chipping away at it. So it took a little bit of time, about probably 15 minutes to scrape that. But this is our sugar, all finished and ready to go. It's definitely beautiful looking. So that's it. That is how you make Canna Sugar. Make sure you store it in an airtight container, and yeah, use for your baking. Thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy.